Christmas
Hey
time.
everybody, Nicole here with the Gadget Repair Expo. So excited to have this live. First, before we get started, I want to go ahead and go around the room and let everybody introduce themselves. I'm going to start with Martin first. Go ahead, Martin. We're on your channel, so go ahead and introduce yourself for anybody who maybe is not on your channel watching as well.
Yeah, thank you for being here, everybody. My name is Martin. What we do here is micro soldering to normally to other repair shops and also as well as walking customers. We do most of micro soldering things.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. And you want to say anything in Spanish for the Spanish followers maybe that don't speak English?
Yeah, for sure.
You did that last time.
Gracias a todos los que están aquí en este live. Mi nombre es Martín. Nosotros hacemos microsoldadura principalmente en productos Apple. Hacemos trabajos para tiendas, al igual que para clientes aquí.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Javi, what about you?
What's up, everybody? I'm Javi Guzman with Mr. Phone Doctor. We specialize in phone repair and pretty much refurbishing. So we do a lot of glass refurb for Samsung, Apple, iPads. And yeah, that's pretty much me. I'm sure you guys know me. If not, once again, I'm Javi.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Milton, we're just going to go around the room in order as the blocks are.
Yeah. I'm Milton from Phone LCD Parts. We're in North New Jersey, right next to New York City. We supply all the repair shops around the country, and any accessories or any parts that you might need. We're always looking for growing our inventory. Yeah, and anything you need, we're here to help.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Tony.
Hey, everyone. My name is Tony Baker. I'm the owner and founder of GSM Warehouse. We are a pre-owned certified device wholesaler located in Florida. We supply devices, phones, iPads, Samsung, Apple Watches, pretty much to all the cell phone repair shops in the U.S. and out. Our website is gsmwarehouse.com. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
All right, Jeremy.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Putersky. I'm the director of the Gadget Repair Expo, and believe it or not, it's 4.0. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, I know. Oh my gosh.
All the folks on this team, on this call here, and many other people that have assisted and helped us grow. It's been an amazing journey, and we're very excited to be in Las Vegas. So
Yes.
we'll roll that dice. We're going to have some fun. And
right.
so,
it's like
my
exciting.
background is franchising. Some of you may know that I'm called the founder of the cell phone repair business, and the godfather, if you will. And I started a company called CPR Cell Phone Repair back in 2004, and franchised that company. And so we're excited to be here. I'm also the president of the RFA, the Repairs First Association. So we've got some really exciting things going on, and so I'd like to talk to you about that today too, I think, hopefully. And but anyway, welcome.
All right, thanks, Jeremy. All right, Michelle.
Hi, everyone. My name is Michelle Chen, and I'm the Chief of Staff at Trillion. And so we are an R2V3 ISO certified retailer of pre-owned devices, mostly focusing on iPhones. We sell all models from 7 to 14, but the 11 is our best seller. We've been in the business since 2016. We're also a multinational company. We operate in Texas, Dubai, and Hong Kong. At our warehouse in Texas, we process pre-owned devices. We do repairs, polishing, data wiping, functional testing, cosmetic grading, and wholesale fulfillment. We buy from all the major carriers as well as auctions, and we are mainly selling to wholesale buyers and e-commerce sellers. However, we recently became a RFA vendor partner, and we started to sell to repair shops. So if you are a repair shop and you're looking to buy pre-owned devices and you're looking for a supplier who has consistent inventory, quality product, and competitive prices, you can look no further. We can definitely work together. And if you are an RFA member, you do receive a discount. Yeah, we're super excited to have a booth at GRE and meet more repair shops and learn more about the repairs industry.
Yes, thank you, Michelle. That was great. Thank you. All right, Ahmed.
Yes, this is my name is Ahmed, and I am I can help you with I'm the CEO of on a board of two companies. unlimited prepaid distribution, and Upluck marketing. I can help you guys with all your prepaid needs. As a matter of fact, we are adding even cable services. If you own a wireless, a cell phone, or a computer shop, or a repair shop, and you want to sell internet, and mobile, I can help you with that. And I can help you with your marketing as well, websites, all the digital stuff. And I'm happy to be part of this. And I really appreciate this call, guys. You're doing a great job. And it's 4.0. Jeremy, I give you the props, man. The first time you called me and you said we're going to start this Gadget Repair Expo, I didn't know it was going to go this far. I knew it was going to go this far, but now we're in Vegas. So let's make it happen now. Vegas, baby. Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll introduce myself. So I'm Nicole Russell, owner of Cellbotics, which is a training company. If you haven't heard of us before and you're trying to enter the industry, we have great courses that you can take. I also sit on the board for Repairs First Association, and through my partnership with that, we actually include, oh my gosh, almost all of our content, I believe all of it now, training content if you're a member of the RFA Association. So you can train yourself or your staff. So definitely check out the membership with Repairs First Association. And then I also am client relations for the Gadget Repair Expo. So if you want to be a speaker or you want to do a demo, say that you have a channel, much like Martin and Javi, they're going to be doing demonstrations of what they do at the expo. You can do the same thing. Just reach out to me. I'm constantly looking for people to do demos of what they do, what you do on YouTube, if you've got a product line or something like that. So definitely reach out to me if you're interested in being a speaker, or you have a company that, and you want your company to have a speaker slot. Definitely reach out to me. This year, I think the most that I'm excited about is all of the demos that we have. We have so many amazing things. We are in the repair industry, right? And so there's going to be computer repair demos, micro soldering, refurb, drone. There's just so much. There's going to be data recovery from Jessa at iPad Rehab. And so it's going to be really, really awesome. I'm excited about that. What about you guys? What are you most excited about?
We're excited. I'm excited this year because it's just we're back again in the business. Seeing people in Vegas. Okay, being in Vegas is fun. It's not fun just because of the it's huge, it's big, it's colors, it's real business meeting, and we will be learning. Like you said, there is a lot more demos. I love the demos, although I am not in the repair, but I want to see how things happen. So this is a time, an opportunity for shop owners to ask the hear it from the horse mouth and ask and see actions. That's priceless right there. That's a college. That's a free college right there.
And this year we're actually bringing in different speakers as well. Like one of them that I'm pretty proud of that we've came up to bring to the industry is Christy. She teaches velocity banking for people that are in debt, and she specifically has worked out a plan for shop owners who are in debt from maybe buying product or opening multiple locations. And she's going to go on stage and actually break down how someone can get out of extreme debt using velocity banking. So it's about your business as much as it is about repair. So come with yourself, but then also bring your team so they can, they're out there watching demos and you're in here learning and watching this amazing business stuff. We're going to have a lot of companies there. It's going to be really great. I'm super excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
one thing I'm sorry. One thing I can say is,
go ahead, Jeremy.
Yeah, one thing I can say is from the perspective of, what our vision was. I think all of us, we wanted to help shops improve, not only retail operations from sales, front end, also technical training and operations through their demos, speakers that can bring some, new ideas and insights to you. So of course, exhibitors that will have fantastic products and things that maybe you've never even knew was available in the marketplace. And what an opportunity to network with shops, like-minded shops like yourself, that have been in the industry. Maybe they've got ideas that they could share. Maybe you have ideas that you could share. And so I think that there's no other expo like this one. And I've been in the industry, obviously, from the beginning. And I've gone to CTIA and I've gone to other shows where I just came away disappointed because really at the end of the day, there was very few takeaways that I could bring back and be successful, integrating with my business and increase my bottom line. And that's what this is all about. We want to help you grow. We want to bring to you the tools and the knowledge and the training. It's all available here. So there's no reason, if you're running a retail repair shop, there's no reason for you not to come to Gadget Repair Expo, unless obviously you don't care about your business.
Right. That's a great point.
Good
I'm going
take.
to scroll down the website for a minute.
Yeah, another good thing I'm excited for is just the energy. You know, I mean, once you go to these conventions and you meet with, like Jeremy said, like-minded people, you know, it just brings back motivation. You know, you just get that extra push to keep going and keep proceeding in the industry. One thing that we are going to be doing is we're also going to be introducing some new technologies. So I know there's other companies out there that have machines and latest technology that gets renewed every year that they'll be showcasing as well. So that's one place for individuals to be able to find the latest and the greatest technology that's coming out.
Definitely. Yeah, there is. I'm so excited about that because I always learn about something new that I didn't know at the expo. You guys can see the competitions real quick. And if anybody wants to chime in, please cut me off. But we have the backlash competition. So we have 2 new competitions this year, not just micro soldering. We got the backlash removal competition, and then we've got the micro soldering competition as normal. And then we have iFixit, which is doing fastest gun in the West screen replacement competition. You'll see different things being added to the website as we go along. And so just keep that in mind. But if you want to sign up, you can just go there and see how you can actually come and compete. It's actually pretty easy. I'm super excited for the competitions.
Now, I want to say something about the fastest gun in the West. And we designed this as basically who's going to put together, obviously, correctly, the fastest install on an LCD. What are they using for phones? Do you know? Do we have an answer on that?
No, not yet. We're still,
Okay.
It's pretty early in the,
I think more than likely to be an iPhone.
Beginning stages. Yeah, well, most likely, yes. So probably like an iPhone 11, something like that. But it would be funny if at the end for the last one, maybe we throw in an iPhone 4 or something.
Yeah, we should.
I love the iPhone 4.
That's what you do to begin them. You'll scare them away. It's like
I think that's the only phone I can still put together. I don't know if I can do one of these new phones. But I will say this: it's exciting because everybody that comes to the expo can take part in this. It's not just for micro solderers, the championship. We try to diversify a little bit here and bring in a couple other, contests that might be interesting and fun to take part in, and win money, of course. That's why we're in Vegas. You're gonna win some money out there.
You're gonna win some money.
And just one more thing I just want to add into this year, guys, that in 2023 we added 2 new partners that we work with, and the purpose, I'm telling you this because you got to update the game. You can't just keep doing the same thing you've done for the past 2 years and expecting different results. It's time to add financing, add refurbishing. You got to sell devices. There is some repair shops are depending on repairs. You can't keep doing this. There is other things you can add, and it'll make you tons of money. Selling phones, fixing computers, maybe selling computers, adding insurance, adding accessories. You got to be in the game in all the way because it's getting tough, and it's going to get tougher. It's not going to get easier until you update the game. So reach out to everybody. Come to the show, to the expo. That's where everything happens. Every year, everybody comes there. You leave with 1 or 2 connections that can change your life. So make sure to apply. Make sure to come to make it to Vegas.
Yeah, you were just saying, Ahmed, and that's important. Diversification in the cell phone repair business is so important because, you say cell phone repair or cell phone industry, and cell phone repair industry, excuse me. People just thinking, oh, it's just cell phone repair, and a lot of these shops, that's all they do. Surprisingly, some of them only do iPhone screens, or I don't know how that works. But that being said, you should always diversify. If you're not really sure what products you should add or what you should be doing differently, ask the customers. So if they come in and they're asking for something you don't have or something that you don't do, you should be writing that down. And once you get a handful of people asking for the same thing that you're not offering, maybe that's a good indicator that that's the product you should definitely be carrying. Now I see this too often. people say, I'm sorry, that can't be fixed. We can't repair your device today. The customer leaves. Well, where are they going? They're going to buy a phone somewhere. So you basically lost that whole opportunity by not having a device for sale for them. And if the price point's a little high, because arguably that's why some people or a lot of people buy phones through the carrier, like AT&T or T-Mobile or Verizon, because they finance that phone to you. So you'd also need to offer financing as well. And the crazy part is that we got some great companies out there that do financing, but the crazy part is they go in there, they get approved for one phone, maybe it's $200 or $300, and they say, by the way, we got you approved for $800. What else would you like to buy? So this gives you a lot of opportunity that you should really think about, that you could really capitalize in today as part of your business, during the month of December. We're just about to, tomorrow will be the first day. You've got some time. You got some time to get with the RFA. We'll set you up with some great financing companies. We'll set you up with some great companies that can provide devices. Ahmed has some great prepay options for you. You can add some additional things that way. Tony's got devices for sale. He's got some fantastic devices, so we can talk about that. Get some additional training, offer some additional services through some of the gentlemen that are on this call. And of course, Trillian down here, also a wide selection of phones. Parts, tap into new parts. Here's your opportunity to really jump in and add some additional things to your business. And by the way, we also have some vendors that will actually even give you some financing if you need some financing to purchase additional inventory and products or even equipment. You need that before you want to do this. Pull the trigger. Maybe you're thinking, the book's a little tight right now. Well, there's an opportunity for us to even help you there. So don't just say no. Call us, contact one of us here and say, how can I increase my business? What can I do? We're all here to help you. Believe me, nobody's going to ask you for money. Somewhere down the line they will, but up front, they're going to give you advice. We're going to give you advice for free. And we don't mind doing that. All of us have been in this business long enough, and we care about everybody in this business. And that's why, honestly, that's why I think the Gadget Repair Expo is so popular and it's been so successful, is because people come and they see that we actually really, really do care about their success.
If you pick up the phone and call a company, a business consulting firm, be ready to drop $1,500 to $2,500 for a week, just a couple of sessions. You get it here for free. So join these calls, ask questions, and hear it from the horse mouth. I mean, Jeremy his success is beyond imagination. The guy owned the largest name repair, maybe even worldwide, because what's the name of the chain? CPR. My fault. I'm not in the repair. I'm not in the repair business.
Now. I don't know.
I know it's the Red X, but I wanted to put it together. So no, make sure you guys jump in these calls. Talk to Jeremy. I mean, you got other people here that they can help you and they can give you value. Michelle, Tony, everybody over here is here to support you 100%.
I do want to jump in a little bit and say,
go for it.
Like Ahmed said, when Jeremy called us about the first GRE and Nicole, we were, excited about what we're going to see. I think the name says it all, Gadget Repair Expo. It's literally about repairs, and it's about cell phone repair shops. So I think this specific expo is more like a one-on-one mentoring or teaching cell phone repair shop on what's next. So I've pretty much been to all the expos out there, every single one of them. This specific one feels like a family. It feels like you're the only one in the room talking to the other person. And that's what makes it so unique, because the information that gets passed on to cell phone repair shop owners or individuals in the expos or attendees, it's kind of like an older brother giving a younger brother an advice. That's how it feels like, because the people that are in this industry or the exhibitors that are in this expo are either people with cell phone background, cell phone repair background stores, or that has been doing this for so long that they have pretty much seized it all. And the blessing of this expo being a 4.0 right now, not to mention Vegas, of course, it's keeps growing. And for the people that have been on it since day one in Atlanta, is still on the board right now and still exhibiting with this show right now, and it's growing. It's getting more people, more companies, more people that probably started with a 10 by 10 booth, and now they're platinums, and now they're silver exhibitors. So that is an achievement. That is the results that we're looking for, and I can guarantee from an exhibitor point of view that if these companies have not seen the success and the successful results in this expo, they would not go to platinum or gold or silver sponsors. So that's from the exhibitor point of view. From the customer's point of view, or from the attendees' point of view, I've pretty much seen people that attended the first one in Atlanta, the second one in San Antonio, the third one in Orlando, same exact attendees, and are right now promising to attend Las Vegas. So the results that you get, I think it's outstanding. The relationships are priceless, and the information is overwhelming. So I wish everybody the best, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And let's go Vegas.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to go to Martin. Martin, you're going to be a judge of the micro soldering competition.
Right.
So do you want to say anything about that? How was last year for you?
I mean, it's exciting. It's something that, at least in the United States, we don't see nothing to the repair industry, nothing on the cell phone repair. Here is the first one. I think that's why you guys getting a lot of feedback, a lot of people interested in more and more, because there's no a source of there's not a place of where you can gather all these sources of information and know who teaches what and who sells what. So getting into this room, it will get you that knowledge and meet sellers and trainers and get an idea of how everything is done. And because when you see on YouTube, you sometimes make it look easy or difficult, but when you see in person, you get a better understanding. And I mean, here in the United States, it's awesome to have something like this.
You know why? You know why it's awesome? Because we make things happen here in the U.S.
Right.
We make S happen. No, it's good, man. It's the only expo for the repair shops. I looked all over the internet. Did you see anything?
No.
Did you see any country? Even Canada, they couldn't do it, or Mexico didn't do it. It's here, even Europe or Middle East. I didn't see any of this. So we're making things happen here for sure.
Awesome.
Yep. Jeremy, any surprises?
I don't mean to go quiet.
I want to hear. No. I want to hear something. I want to hear some surprises. I got some surprises, but I want to hear it from Jeremy. Anything that I want to hear.
It wouldn't be a surprise if I told you.
Give me a little teaser, like a sparkle.
Nicole?
Surprises?
Tony's gonna be there.
Tony's a speaker.
I know. And you know why I get so quiet in the room? Because I'm tired. If I'm not exhausted, it definitely will not get quiet in this room.
Right.
I don't want to take Nicole's thunder. That's why I was teeing it up to her. But she did get confirmation from a very large manufacturer that a very large manufacturer will be at the GRE talking about their service and repair program. So I'm going to let her give us a little.
I didn't know if I could. I was like, should I? I don't know. So today I got total confirmation. So that's why. So Samsung will be there with Wise, and they will be doing an hour session. First they're going to explain ISP about Wise, the requirements. They're going to talk about how to become an ISP, things to look forward to, and then they're going to take open questions. And then they're also going to have a space where you can go and actually speak with them. I know that this is kind of for some people, this is a touchy topic. And some people, they're already an ISP and they have a lot of questions. They want to talk to people. For some people, you're just clueless as to why it would even work for you. For some of you, you look at ISP and you're like, I hate it. I'm never going to do it. So this is a wide range of people that we're hoping that this can help, where you can actually listen to the people that head these programs, see from their point of view, right? It's always good to be open to hearing from someone, even if you feel like you don't just agree with them for some reason, or you're just confused by the program, or you've maybe had some communication issues or whatever you may think. You may love ISP. I talk to shops that just love it. But I think that this would be a great opportunity for shops to learn about it, hear it from the horse's mouth. And then after they get done, they're going to do open questions. And then they'll have a booth where you can go and actually speak to a representative from Wise and Samsung. I am working on one other manufacturer, and they want to speak about the right to repair legislation and how to best use that. So I can't say their name right now, but hopefully we'll get them as well. And they're pretty passionate about the right to repair legislation. Surprisingly, people think they're not, but they're excited. And one of the questions that got positioned to me by this manufacturer is they feel like independents are totally clueless as how to use the legislation to their benefit. And they wanted to make sure that independents understood it, because bigger chains pay people to make sure they know how to use it and take advantage of it, right? But when you run your own shop, or you have two shops and you're in the grit every day, you don't always have someone to help you learn how to best use legislation that's being rolled out. And so I'm really hoping that this manufacturer will come, they'll have a space to speak and say, this is how you can use right to repair to your benefit. So it's exciting to me, because I don't know, if you don't know me, you don't know this, but I love building bridges between things that people think are so separate. And people always look at working with manufacturers as like separate when it comes to independence. And so I feel like this is sort of a bridge being built. And so I'm super, super excited about it.
Well, let me add a comment here real quick. And a lot of smaller shops, and we used to be suspicious of the whole, right to repair thing. And what is this all about? I'm fixing anything I want, anytime I want to. But, that has changed a little bit over the years. And we all know it's, now the sensors in the LCD are now, tied in with the processor on the phone, right? So some of these things that we thought would never happen 20 years ago are now becoming important. And shops should really understand that this is your opportunity to open your mind a little bit. Don't be so like, I don't trust this, I don't trust that. A lot of times, that's one of the difficulties. That's why Samsung's coming here, because there's a lot of distrust around the whole independent and the Samsung program under with the ISP. And so it's hard to get information. You don't really know what's going on. And so we've worked our butts off, especially Nicole, I give her all credit in the world on this.
RFA.
Pull this information in and teach shops that, listen, they want your business. They want representation in independent shops. So, it shouldn't be nothing you should be scared of, but there is some criteria. And some of that criteria is going through Wise and getting your certification. And heck, there's nothing wrong with putting a plaque on the wall that says I'm Wise certified in your shop, and that's good. It gives some legitimacy to the walk-in customers that see that stuff on your wall. And not only that, the opportunity to become Samsung ISP, increasing your door swings, whether it's through warranty repairs or non-warranty repairs. With the ISP, it's non-warranty, but you can upgrade from there. Once you become an ISP, you can later prove yourself and you become a warranty center. So that being said, you're listed on the Samsung website as an ISP. People are looking and they've got a Samsung phone. They want to make sure you're a legitimate shop. Guess what? You're going to pop up there. And so there's not a whole lot of money to be involved in this process. And Nicole can talk about this a little bit. Wise certification is very reasonable. The ISP doesn't cost anything once you've already Wise certified. There's no cost there. You have to fill an application. But that being said, we're looking to kind of open people's minds a little bit and give them the opportunity to walk up and shake hands with Samsung. That's something I didn't get to do for a long time. To have the ability to actually meet the manufacturers, and it may be eliminate some of that distrust there. Because at the end of the day, yeah, they want to sell phones, but they do want those phones serviced correctly. And there's nothing wrong with that. They do want them serviced correctly. So that way the customers can keep their devices if they so choose.
And it's a good way to, and I'm going to let everybody else chime in on this. I just want to add, it's a good way to also give feedback. So if you are an ISP and you've got some concerns and you want to talk to someone that actually oversees this program, the person that's going to be there actually oversees this program as like a core team member. It's not just a representative. Like they're not just sending a salesperson. The person that's going to be at the GRE, I know the person personally is actually in the ISP program, handles the approvals, works with the people that send in emails. It's actually a small team. People think it's a big team. It's actually not. And so you actually can give your feedback, just, hey, I'm an ISP. I'm having this problem. How can I get this fixed? And I know that this is hard for people to believe, but they do want the feedback and they want independence involved in the ISP program. And so I'm just excited because it's just bridging that where we all know that sometimes it had looked at it like it's totally, separate, right? And so it's kind of bringing all these pieces together. If we can learn how to use Right to Repair properly, learn how to use Wise properly, learn how to work with the manufacturers, learn how to add things into our shop. And this is really going to be a fantastic show.
Yes.
Anybody else? I mean, Milton, Michelle, Javi, what do you think about this? Tony?
I have Brad. He joined the organization. And he's going to be with us at the show. You guys need to come over and meet Brad. He'll pump you up. He'll make sure that you know about your prepaid, all the needs, 25 years of experience. He's going to be right there.
Looking forward to seeing everybody. Can't wait to go to the show. I'm excited. And to have the chance to get to work with this man, let's get up and go.
Let's make it happen. Two nice looking guys will be there. So make sure you
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. That's great. Javi, go ahead. I see you want to say something.
Yeah, going back to the ISPs, I mean, I'm mixed about it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I own a repair shop and I've seen how they are serializing everything and making our lives difficult. But I mean, there's some good and bad to it, I mean, there's pros and cons to everything. And with them, I mean, of course, they want good quality, like Jeremy was saying, they want things done properly. And, I hate to say it, but there are some repair shops that do like to cut corners, they're just cutting corners and not doing everything properly. So I get what they're saying, but as far as serialization and, that's just, I'm not a fan of it. And I just feel like the big tech companies just getting too involved with everything. I mean, look at, like Tesla. I mean, now their cars, they basically have control that can throttle your vehicle and, just like Apple phones. So
Javi, this is exactly why there's multiple fronts to this whole thing, right? So you got the Right to Repair. They're beating up against the OEMs, right? And the OEMs are fighting back and they're like, and then you got the independents and they're fighting in there. And at the end of the day, when the dust clears, it's going to be very similar to what you see with the automobile industry, right? So mechanics have the right to put aftermarket parts in cars. That's just the way it is. They have the right to buy tools and equipment that are aftermarket, that can test and run computers and all the things that are required. And that should be our right? We should have that right to also purchase the exact same diagnostic tools that Apple uses and service our customers. And that's the Right to Repair, bringing it in and doing a little bit of a fight against the OEMs. And the OEMs are finally now backed up against the wall. And, so again, I see some comments coming in here. And this is probably not something that's going to be solved on this call. That's for sure. So what we want to do, the goal here is to open our minds, hear some discussions, and give some feedback. Because honestly, we don't have that ability right now to jump in and give Samsung feedback direct one-to-one.
And that's
wanted to add in here really quickly before we move on from that. When you talk about feedback, when you were talking, Javi, I had a live on behalf of Repairs First Association. Again, if you're not a member, I don't know why. Every store should be a member. It's just ridiculous if you're not, for $69 a month. It just blows my mind with everything you get. But Repairs First Association sent me to Samsung headquarters for the wireless roundup. Okay, they invested in that. I sat in that room and I spoke directly with Apple representatives, Batteries Plus, Motorola, HTC, all of these companies have representatives there, and you're in this room and it's called RLSQ, and you can become a member for just $6,000 a year. So Javi, like if you're passionate about speaking to the manufacturers and being a part of their decision making, $6,000 a year can get you in a room with them and be a part of their decision making. They sit and talk in these cohorts. There's maybe 30 members, and you sit in a cohort and they say, this is the problem. I've been to 3 of these meetings in my entire life. What they do is they sit in a room and they say, this is the problem. How should we fix it? And everybody chimes in, and then they come up with a solution. They talk about serialization. I can't speak on some of it, but there's like, there's things that are coming out that are going to help with issues that independents are talking about. But it takes time to validate these things, and companies have to try them out, and they have to fix the software, and they have to go back to it. Will you be privy to those things and get to use them before they're mass released? So I try to educate people that there's something called RLSQ. You sign up through CTIA. You can go to these in-person meetings, and they meet once a month and talk as a group. And your voice is heard in a small setting with the companies that you have a passion about. So it's not that they don't talk to you. You just don't know how to be a part of the meetings. Yes, it costs some money. Well, because if it would just be an S show if everybody just showed up and tried to talk. We need legitimate business owners that want to talk. So I just want everybody to know you can give feedback and you can be a part of these meetings. There's nothing stopping you. It's $6,000 investment to be a part of the decision.
Yeah, one thing I want to say is somebody's got a comment up here. The right repair is still a joke as far as accomplishing anything worthwhile. So we now buy a screen from Apple or Samsung, but the price is almost the price of them servicing the item themselves. So this may be true, but as a Samsung ISP, you're not required to buy only from them either. So keep that in mind. You can, but you don't have to. So it gives you the ability to have that OEM part in case the customer wants to pay for it, right? So if they don't want to pay the additional price, then they go aftermarket. So I'd like to say the right to repair is in this particular comment here, when the parts become reasonable, or they just moved around here. I don't know what happened to it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Here you go.
When the parts become reasonable, they allow aftermarkets to step into their realm. So keep in mind, the right to repair is fighting for the right for you to be able to repair. Okay? They're not the ones at fault here. It's the OEMs that have created this scenario where they want to make it difficult to repair, right? So the right to repair is fighting that. So it's not, in itself, the mission is very important because it's needed. So that opens it up. So OEMs go, okay, wait a minute, we can't do this. We can't close the door on the repair shops. And we're going to have to keep it open. And in doing so, we're going to commit to offering tools and equipment. Now, will they offer it to anybody? Sure. So can the average customer call up Apple and order a screen diagnostic device and another screen? Yeah, maybe. But you can do that with any of the computers out there too. You can order the parts, but I would say 99.9% of the people are not going to do that. And if they do, they're probably going to destroy their phone in the process. So that's not going to be very effective. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't care what an individual can order a part directly from the OEM or not. That doesn't even matter. You can do that today. You can go and order a part for your truck, your car from GM, and you can get an original part from them as well. Does that mean you want to put it in? Probably not. So that doesn't eliminate the opportunity for shops to be able to ride a certification process, be able to take part as an ISP. Now the IRP, it's a different program, right? IRP does require you to do certain things, and honestly, I don't really like the restrictions right now. I will tell you right now that IRP is not the greatest program, and they do need some work, and they need a lot of work in order to get it to be more favorable like ISP. And Nicole can talk about some of the differences between the Apple IRP and the ISP if anybody's interested. But that being said, it's important to understand that what we're trying to do is make sure this is a free and open platform, that our repair shops are not being, not being infringed upon for their right to repair, right? So they need to have the ability to have tools and diagnostics and the ability to repair device in the same way that Apple can or Samsung can. And that is our right. And that is what the right to repair is all about.
Right. And I'm going to move on to Milton and Michelle and let them comment. But I just want to remind everybody, it's not like the GRE is swayed one way by having people come and speak. It's about giving everyone in the industry the opportunity to hear. You can't get anything done if you don't speak to each other. So that goes for companies as well. If you want to get things done, you have to be open to talking, even with someone that you might not agree with. That's where bridges start to get built. That's what this is. It's a really great thing. So, Milton, do you have any thing to say towards this? Javi,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you have something else to add. We'll come back to you. Go ahead, Milton.
Yeah, I think that going forward, what's going to happen is that there's always going to be an OEM option, and long term, you're always going to have the aftermarket option. And for years, the aftermarket option has been the primary source of repair throughout the United States and all over the world. So I think that, going forward for everyone, the aftermarket will still be strong, and it will be an option out there for many people who are on a tighter budget than the other people who are looking for the OEM repair, especially those who have older devices. If you have an iPhone 8 or an iPhone 7, the OEMs don't even take care of those phones anymore. People still repair those devices, and it's a very common repair. The 10R, the 11 is the most common repairs. And if you have the OEM option, yeah, it's great. It's going to be maybe 5 times the price, but at least that option is still there. And, I think that long term, there's going to be a lot of refurbishing. People from all over the world are going to refurbish the higher models. That's going to be one of those things that, the higher models are usually the ones that everybody's more careful of. And, the aftermarket will still be strong. OEM will be there, but I think that there's a place for the aftermarket with the OEMs. I'm like 50-50 on it, like Javier, but I as long as, you don't use the government to bring down everything, I think that
do anything
Right.
for that matter.
I got a question for Milton, and that's probably one of the things you learn at expos. I've recently seen some changes between the U.S. and China. Do you think the prices are eventually going to go down in parts? I guess some collaboration going on.
Yeah. It's there's a lot of things going on. The supply chains are changing very fast. There's other countries involved now. I'm sure you've seen it all over the news and the politics. There's so many things happening right now where, if you look at where some of the things are made, they're made in Vietnam, India, and other places. So now everything is changing. There's a lot of shifts around. I remember when I used to live in Hong Kong, everything was, the U.S. market was always the market that, things from Shenzhen came from and got redistributed to. And when we work with in Australia and in Europe, that's where everything came from. But it's very obvious that things are moving very fast. It's just a changing world now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the prices, I think, will stabilize at some point. Hopefully, prices don't keep going up. There are shortages in the world for certain parts. I'm sure if people see it in there when they're doing their orders, whether they're buying from us or our competitors, or if they're trying to buy overseas. Yeah.
But you're not running low. Are you running out of products, or is it getting easier the last couple of years or maybe 3 years ago?
It always changes. In 2016, 2017, there was a big shortage of parts, I remember, and everybody's parts were going up in pricing. And I think a lot of people that are here today remember that around that time when nobody had parts. And I think during COVID, there was another huge shortage of parts. And I remember having access to parts was like a commodity. And right now there is a couple of components that are very difficult to get to right now. But I think it's always recalibrated. It's always a market thing, It's always a pull back and forth. But in general, I think that if the OEMs, I guess if the question is if the OEMs get involved, I guess more, will the prices come down or change? I don't really know that. We'd have to see long term what happens there. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Samsung is going to be there. You guys want to change things, need to come to the show, to come to the expo, talk to the big dogs, listen to them, give them your feedback. Whatever you have, whatever you got as compliments or complaints. The big guys are coming there. You need to be there, and everybody here on the panel will be there as well. So come. We want to hear your voice, and we want to hear you in action. And instead of we sit and just wondering what's going to happen, take this trip. Make sure you get there, and you get that benefit, man.
Totally, exactly. And the tickets are free right now. So as you can see on the screen, get your free ticket, right? So no
complaining, and I don't want to hear anybody saying, Ahmed, give me a free ticket. Why should I give you a free ticket? Join this call, get a free ticket yourself.
One thing I was going to say is one of the reasons why we want to go to Vegas is the pricing. If you go to the website, gadgetrepairexpo.com, you'll see some links there for some fantastic hotel deals.
Yep.
I mean, way cheaper than Orlando, way cheaper than San Antonio, way cheaper than Atlanta. Also, the flights from almost anywhere in the country are cheaper.
Yeah.
I was just looking at Spirit Airlines just a few minutes ago. It was $180 round trip from Atlanta. So, you know, I don't. Obviously, people are coming from all over. But that being said, I mean, it is incredibly cheap to fly. It is incredibly cheap to stay. Don't spend all your money on gambling, and you'll be okay.
Right. Michelle, did you have anything to add about this topic that we were talking about?
No, repairs is not my strong suit, so
okay.
I have a comment. But I will say I agree with Milton in that there is a strong like aftermarket market. We have a lot of customers that do want our non-OEM LCD and camera phones that we sell at a discount. So
awesome. Okay. Well, I mean, we're winding down. We're getting to an hour. Is there anything that we want to talk about? I mean, anybody, you know, Martin, you want to make a comment? Javi, Milton, Tony, anybody want to, anything else we need to talk about or?
We haven't been live talking about the expo for quite some time. It's good to see everybody here. It's good to hear the excitement, some cool stuff happening. I'm excited myself. It's Vegas.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I can guarantee everyone have been to this show, took something home with them.
Oh,
whether I think our last show we had some TV repair sessions.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something new. I'm definitely somebody at some point benefited out of that. We had refurbishing. You know, we have phone distributors. We have financing companies. So I think it's always and not to mention that within a day and a half, I doubt you're probably going to have enough time to spend with everyone. So every time you come in, that's one of the reasons why we do once a year, because every time you visit the GRE Expo, you always have more time to spend with the company you're interested in. You know, I've met some people at the last Expo. You know, they were saying, "Oh, we've been coming to every single one of them, but this is the first time we've, you know, stood in your booth and talked to you for a few minutes." You know, not to mention sometimes we're either too busy or the booths are crowded with a lot of attendees. So we don't have time to talk one-on-one. But as a lot of people know, you know, I'm pretty easy to get access to. I'll give my direct phone number on live right now. It's 813-900-4000. So that's the direct number. So I have no problem to chat. I've actually spoken to some people just in the past few weeks about, you know, managing their cell phone repair shops. I've spoken to some people that own 4 cell phone repair shops. And it's bad to see that some people's 4 cell phone repair shops adds on to 1 cell phone repair shop, 1 successful repair shop. So it's not about how many cell phone repair shop you have. It's about how you manage them, what tools you would have in them, and where do you buy your products from, you know. And some to touch points on these 3 things is the services that you need to add to your cell phone repair shops are such as prepaid services, which I think Ahmed can help you with that. He's a master agent with prepaid services, which don't cost you a thing. They're just an online portal that you just gotta sell services on. The second thing is the financing companies. You know, a lot of people I've seen in some of these cell phone repair shop groups are asking, you know, about ASEMA, PayVantage, America's First Finance. These services are free. They don't cost you a thing. And I don't get commission out of them. I'm just helping. I own 14 cell phone repair shops, and I understand the knowledge and the connections that you got to build with these companies to have a successful repair shop. And finally, of course, is where do you buy your products from, whether it's parts or devices. And of course, everyone, you know, we're heading towards holiday season right now, and you're probably going to see a lot of people who are out there scamming people, and it happens every single year. I can't talk enough about it. I can't see enough of it, that every single year, November, December, February, March, January, February, March, you'll see people saying, I got scammed with 15,000, 20,000. Guys, it's not about the $5,000 that you're saving, or it's not about the $5 that you're saving on a phone. It's who you're buying from. They have to be legitimate. And I can guarantee you that these companies that will pay money to get to the GRE and travel with their agents, with their employees, are definitely trustworthy. Because if there's a company that spends tens of thousands of dollars to reach you, these are the companies that you need to deal with, not the ones online saying, I got this and I got that. Those are the guys that don't care about their reputation. So I can guarantee you the people that you meet at the expos are reputable, and they guarantee that they will never scam you. So those are the pluses that you get out of them. And here I am.
Thank you, Tony. That's great. That is such a valid point. These are legitimate companies that you can trust and not get ripped off. We hear about it every day now in the groups. Who has seen a post almost every day about some store getting ripped off?
I don't even know why they would deal with someone they just met on Craigslist. If you got ripped off because you know what I mean? It's
if it sounds good to be true, it is good to be true. And if you're just seeing a random name that joined a group a month ago and he is $100 cheaper than a device wholesaler, red flag. If you're, if you and the crazy part about it is a lot of people are vouching for people, but I've seen one post earlier a few weeks ago. The proper way to vouch for somebody is vouch for him if you can back him up with your money. That is the proper way. So don't vouch for nobody if you can't back them up with your money. Reputation is everything. Again, I've been doing this for almost 11 years in the wholesale industry. I can guarantee myself and everyone else that I've never had any disputes with anyone or never had any issues. I can't be the cheapest in the market and I can't be the highest in the market. Our prices are very fair. I own cell phone repair shops, so I understand that you have to make money. And me as a wholesaler, I can tell you that leave me as a last resort. Don't buy from me mainly. Buy from the streets, buy from customers. That's how you're going to end up making your money. But don't have one device in your showcase and say, I can't buy from a wholesaler, because you have to understand, and I always give this example, and this is the last example I'll give. If you're going to buy a car, you will not go to the dealership that has 4 cars in it. You're going to go to the dealership that has 4,000 car in it. So you as a customer, understand that the customers are, when they come into your store, if they see 2 phones in your showcase, they're going to lowball you. And they're going to think that you are going to be the only person, they're going to be the only customer in your store to try to buy that phone. But if you go to a car dealership that has 4,000 cars in it, as a customer, they'll care and they're going to give you a discount to flip devices quick, but they have more customers to spend money with. So you have to understand that appearance is everything. Your display must look full, your showcase must look clean, and it has to have a variation of all the colors and models in your showcase. And that's how customers buy, and that's when customers don't lowball you and don't offer you a lower price. We've tried that in our stores. When we had a little bit of inventory, customers would come in and try to knock $50 and $100 out of the phone. But when we had 6 colors of iPhone 11s and 6 colors of iPhone XRs, customers are coming in and you're just telling them the tag price and they're paying it without arguing. And of course, adding financing to your stores will upsell everything else. Now you're not giving discounts. You're actually adding on AirPods, iPads, accessories, and chargers and stuff like that. So instead of fighting to the bottom, you're fighting to the top.
I love it. All valid points,
Well,
Tony.
All
Thank
valid
you
points.
so much.
Good stuff.
All right. Anybody else want to add anything? No.
Javi, I got a question for Javi real quick. Javi, and you see some comments from people saying that the availability of iPhone 14 Pro Max, 13, 14 Pro Max, and 15, anything. What's your response to this question where, these parts are really difficult to get? I know what you're going to say, but I wanted to tee that up for you.
On the screens? You mean on the screen parts?
On the screens, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, refurb. But yeah, I mean, the thing with the screens and their high price is they just can't create a copy of it. I believe it's something with the refresh rate or something on it that doesn't allow the aftermarket companies to develop anything that's going to be worth quality putting in the phone. But I mean, for us, I mean, if the screen's cracked, then my answer to that's refurbish it. You can refurbish it for like half the price that you're going to pay for an OEM screen. I mean, that's just the way it is. But if it's fully blown out, then yeah, you are going to spend $300-400 for that screen.
And you're going to be talking about that at the GRE, of course, right? Doing demonstrations on that.
Oh yeah. We're going to do demonstrations on it, and we'll be doing live demos. Yeah, live demos. We're basically planned out for 2 days, right? For whole days. So that's a great part about it, that we'll actually be doing 2 days instead of 1 day. So
we have so many demos that we've got to stretch it out. And we've got speakers. So make sure that you guys plan to be there both days. This is not a leave early the second day, come late the first day. We have back to back. You don't understand how many valuable speakers and demos we have this year. I'll say it again. TV, drone, computer, refurb, micro soldering. And so you really, really need to make sure that you get there in the morning on the first day and stay all the way till the end on the second day, because you're going to miss something, right? You're going to miss something if you're not there.
Yeah, definitely. Be there 2 days. It's going to be worth it. We'll be there. We're going to have a booth there. We're going to be showcasing some of the latest refurbishing equipment that's out. So you guys will be able to see some of the new stuff that's affordable now. Years back when we were getting into this equipment, it was like, $3,000-4,000. Now you can get a full set, start refurbing for like $1,000. So it's crazy how great the technology's gotten since the days back then. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, and if there's any light to the end of the repair tunnel, it's not the best thing, but there is the Incel 13 Pros that are coming out. I know people are not a big fan of the Incels on the OLEDs, but it's the first step towards that affordability. I think in about 2 weeks, Phone LCD Parts will have those parts available. So that is something that everyone has been waiting for. Yeah. Something like that. Obviously, we want the soft OLED, hard OLED to come out. Everybody wants that, including us. And hopefully soon, availability comes in the next couple of months, and make it affordable for a lot of repair shops that are struggling because they can't fix the 13 Pro Maxes, and they depend on us to get the pulled parts. The pulled parts is the only other option that is somewhat sustainable right now if you want anything 13 Pro or higher, or 14 Pro. Yeah, that's where things are.
Who's got a loud noise in the background?
Phone ringing.
Hey, listen, these are calls are making money, right? This
Yeah.
is the ring. This is click, ching, 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 ching. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're at the end of our live, so if there's nothing else to add, we're all done. We'll see you at the GRE, and we're going to do weekly lives.
Happy New Year's, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks, right? We have another call in a couple of weeks? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to have every other week, and then January we'll start weekly. We're going to talk about amazing topics, and so chime in.
So just a reminder, Jeremy, you guys have free tickets currently if they buy right now while we're live?
Yes.
Right.
Gotta get them now.
Go to GadgetRepairExpo.com, click on that link, and put in GRE free. Get that ticket.
So free tickets,
All right.
100% free tickets. It doesn't.
100%
This
free.
doesn't happen anywhere. Any other shows you are actually, we end up paying our own tickets, and they're not cheap. This show, this expo, you as an attendee get it for free.
Right.
Well, that's one thing. That's a good point. One thing I want to say is we're not out here to try to hit every attendee for $400 or $500. Okay, the idea here is to get people here as cheaply as we can get them here, and allow them to reap the benefits without spending their life savings to get here. So that's the goal.
There's a lot of shows out there that are like 5 times this price. So
Yeah.
This is the first one, I think.
And they're not going to deliver even 1 times the value.
Yeah.
All of us here buy tickets for all shows. We buy booths. We spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go to shows all year round. And the Gadget Repair Expo is such a fresh air because, it's actually has a cause to it. It's just not a huge ticket price all the time. So.
And remember, it's the only expo for the repair industry. The only one.
That's right.
And the number one. Number one and the
I'm
only.
going to end on that note because that is the best note right there.
Yes.
Thank you guys for all being here. I know how busy you are. Thank you for being on the live. Really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
There you go.
Bye.